Good afternoon, it's Sarah from Ogo Creations. I wanted to jump on really quick and talk about stripping our cups. For whatever reason, we have a cup that we either don't like, customer didn't like, we have to redo, made a mistake, or my favorite is when you have an insect land on them when they're curing. Go ahead and we're gonna start off by the things that you need. You need your cup that you're gonna strip. You need a razor blade and a glove. I purchased this at Home Depot gardening section. It's a little bit thicker. The reason I wear a glove is because the stainless steel cups get really hot and I don't want you to burn yourself. So, and a space heater. You need a space heater. I'm sure that you could use an embossing gun or a heat gun. It just might take a little bit longer. I have my cups sitting in front of my space heater. They're getting really hot. I can feel them through the glove. My purple cup was Mod Podge and glitter and Mod Podge, and this is my test cup. When I first started, I used a lot of new techniques on this cup, and it's nice and hot. I'm going to take it and pushing away from myself, I'm going to stick the razor blade up underneath the glitter and just move it forward, and it just peels right off. Because this is a test cup and not a cup that I'm making to sell or give to a customer, I'm really not too concerned about scratching it. You could go much slower if that is a concern for you. We'll talk about some other ways to strip. This one's hard. Strip a cup in just a minute. This is harder to get off because it was the side of the cup that was not facing the space heater. Once it is nice and warm, it is definitely much easier to peel the stuff off. This was a cup that a customer changed their mind about, and because it's personalized, I can't do anything with it. So I'm gonna hold the cup, which is very hot. It's very hot. Please be careful. And I'm just going to, it just peels right off because the cup is so warm that the epoxy has warmed up and it's just coming right off. So and this cup was completely done. So there's 3 layers of epoxy on here. I applied my glitter with the epoxy method, and then I added another thin layer, sanded it down, added my decal, and then this sealing layer. So once we have it off, most of it off. I mean, I'm not gonna try to do the whole thing right now for the video, but we're gonna get most of it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and the mess. Okay, so once your cup is done, you still have residue. You still have however you applied the glitter. I don't want to keep scraping because I don't want to ruin the cup. I eventually want to reuse this cup and maybe eventually sell it. I have the other cup that I made in place of it. She wanted to add another sticker, change the color of the font, which is fine. I mean, I charged her for it, so she paid. Okay, what you need next is acetone. I'm going to remove this with acetone. Okay, the first, you can just get 100% pure acetone from Walmart, Kroger, wherever you grocery shop, Walgreens, CVS. This is fine, it's great. I also purchased this from Home Depot. Okay, so you're just going to need, I'm gonna turn this off because it's really hot, a rag that you don't care about throwing away, and I'm going to pour some of the acetone right onto the rag. And then I'm just going to rub my cup. So where the glitter has stayed, you can see I'm gonna have to rub a little bit harder, okay? But it'll come off. And I have not ruined the finish of the cup, so I will be able to reuse it, reseal it, resell it, okay? So a little bit of elbow grease. If you're not worried about scratching the cup, you can get your razor blade and slice off some more very carefully. The cup is really no longer hot, so it's not coming off nearly as easily as it did the first time, okay? But I'm just gonna go ahead and keep rubbing to get the remainder, last little bit off. Another way to do it is you can get some paper towels, lay your cup on the paper towels, soak the paper towels in acetone, wrap them up, and then wrap that in tin foil, and I will put it in a bucket and let it sit overnight, and it just kind of melts away, okay? Another option for stripping your cup is we have some chemical strippers. Also got this I got this at Walmart actually. Clean Strip also has a remover that you can get at Home Depot or at Walmart. You would shake this up really well. It sprays onto the cup, and again, I would wrap it in tin foil and let it sit for an hour or about an hour in front of the space heater, a little bit further away. And then when you remove the tin foil, you can kind of wipe everything off. That is not my preferred method. It kind of takes a little bit longer, and it's a very chemically smell to it. So I do prefer just scraping it off. It doesn't take too long. If I kind of save them up, I can just do them all at once. So that is a way that I have discovered to strip the cups. It's convenient, it's a little time consuming, but it works, and it'll get your cups clean, and you can reuse them or practice on them, whatever you choose to do. So I hope that that is helpful, and happy cup making.